Okay, good morning students. Let us start with the class. So we will see some more examples for this dimension analysis. So how you are going to write the dimension formula? Once just I'll revise it, then after that we'll go for dimension, what you can say, applications. Okay. So here we have some more examples like, okay. See, so I have one example that I'll take it as kinetic energy. So let us write the dimensional formula for kinetic energy. So kinetic energy is equal to, what is your formula? So I hope you know what is the kinetic energy formula. The kinetic energy formula is written as, it is half mv square. It is written as half mv square. I hope you know this equation. Kinetic energy is equal to what? Half mv square. What is kinetic energy? It is the energy associated with a body when it is in motion. Energy associated with a body when it is in motion is known as what? Kinetic energy. So what is the expression for kinetic energy? It is half mv square. Okay. So let us write the dimensional formula for this. This is equal to, so whatever your numbers are there, 1 by 2 or 2, 3, whatever numbers will come in the physical quantity, those numbers don't have any dimensional formula. Are you getting? These numbers means such numbers don't have any dimension formula. So that we will leave it. We will come only for our MLT terms. So here we have mass, therefore I'll write it as capital M. Next, velocity. So do you remember what is velocity? Velocity is nothing but what? Displacement divided by time. Velocity is nothing but what? It is displacement divided by time here. So displacement divided by time, this I'll write it as what? LT raised to minus 1. I hope you people remember this, how to write the dimensions, right? So which is equal to, but here see, it is what? V square is there. It is V square. Therefore, I'll write it as what? LT raised to minus 1 square. So now I can simplify and write it as M. Here see, L raised to, it becomes L raised to 2, T raised to. So T raised to minus 1 into 2. What is minus 1 into 2? It is nothing but what? Minus 2. So this is the dimensional formula for your kinetic energy. Dimensional formula for kinetic energy. So for your understanding, I'll take for potential energy also. For potential energy also, let us write the dimensional formula. So we have potential energy is equal to, what is potential energy is equal to? Formula is, it is mgh. I hope in your ninth standard you have studied this. See, the expression for kinetic energy, expression for potential energy, right? So it is mgh, which is equal to, this m I'll write as it is. Next, G, acceleration. Acceleration is what? If you want separately, I'll write and show. Acceleration, either G or you can take A also. But here we have acceleration due to gravity. So acceleration is equal to what? Velocity divided by time. Acceleration is equal to velocity divided by time. So velocity is equal to, you know already, it is L raised to T minus 1. L T raised to minus 1 divided by T. This is equal to, you can write it as L, this is T raised to 1. If it goes to the numerator, it becomes T raised to minus 2. It becomes T raised to minus 2. So acceleration is nothing but what? L T raised to minus 2. H. H is nothing but what? It is length measurement, right? So that is nothing but L itself. So this is equal to M L raised to 2 T raised to minus 2. Understood? I hope now you remembered how to write this dimension formulas. In the last class we have seen, this is just to refresh what you have learned. But here you can observe that kinetic energy and potential energy both have the same dimension formula. Can you see this? See, here also it is m L T raised L raised to 2 T raised to minus 2. Here also it is m L raised to 2 T raised to minus 2. Remember, here nothing is there means 1 will be there, okay? If the term doesn't contain mass, then you will write it as what? M raised to 0. मतलब जो भी आपका फॉर्मूला दिया रहता है उसमें यम नहीं रहा तो उसको यम रेस टू 0 लिख सकते हो. इफ इट इज देयर देन यू विल राइट इट एज यम रेस टू 1. Correct? Understood? Or shall I take few more examples? Girls, boys, everyone understood? All 40 students, right? Okay, it is very simple. Only the thing is, you should know the formulas. Okay, somebody is asking few more formula. Just one more we will take. I think density we have discussed, right? Density we have seen, no? Density. I hope you people know how to write for density. Density we have taken already. Okay. Just two more examples. So one I'll take density only for your understanding. Yesterday in doubt session also we have seen one more quantity called as stress. So density is equal to what? It is mass per unit volume. Density is equal to it is mass per unit volume. Therefore this I can write it as m. I'll write as it is divided by volume. Volume is nothing but what? Length into breadth into height. Volume is nothing but length into breadth into height. That is nothing but what? L raised to 3. That is nothing but L raised to 3. Therefore, this I can write it as m raised to 1, L raised to minus 3. Because it is in the denominator, if it goes to the numerator, it becomes minus 3. M raised to 1, L raised to minus 3. T term is not there, therefore you can write it as T raised to 0. Or else you can leave it also. If you want to write, you can write T raised to 0 or else you can leave it. Okay. So this is density. I hope you are understanding. Formula is mass per unit volume. Mass you will write it as m. Volume is what? Length into breadth into height. So length, the dimension is L. Height, the dimension is L. Height into breadth. So breadth dimension is L. Therefore it becomes L raised to 3. So if you simplify, you will get it as m raised to 1, L raised to minus 3, T raised to 0. So this is for your density. Okay. So this is density. Next, let us see two more. That is in the doubt session we have discussed this. Stress is equal to. So stress is equal to, what is the formula? Stress is equal to, it is force per unit area. Stress is equal to, it is force per unit area. Already in the last class you have seen for force. So what is force is equal to? Directly I'll write m L T raised to minus 2. M raised to 1, L raised to 1, T raised to minus 2 is for your that is force divided by area. Area is what? Length into breadth. Area is what? Length into breadth. Therefore, it can be written as L raised to 2. It can be written as L raised to 2. This is equal to, this is M raised to 1. L raised to 2 is there. If L raised to 2 goes to the numerator, it becomes what? L raised to minus 2. L raised to plus 1 minus 2. That becomes L raised to minus 1. Plus 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Then here it is T raised to minus 2. So this is stress is equal to. Okay. The last example I'll consider, impulse is equal to. Actually, you might have not heard of this word. So just we will see in the further chapters we will discuss this. What is impulse? Okay, so we have one quantity called as impulse. Impulsive force we say. So impulse is equal to, we have a formula as force into time. Impulse is, it is the product of force and time. So here impulse is force into time, right? Force is equal to. So force is equal to, what is your dimension formula? It is m L T raised to minus 2 into time is there, therefore it is T raised to 2. Correct. So therefore you can write it as m l t raised to. So minus 2 plus 2 you have. So minus 2 plus 2 is what? Minus 2 plus 2 is nothing but what? It is 0. Minus 2 into plus 2 is nothing but it is 0. So therefore here you will get it as 1 second. Here you have time, not time square. No, this is only t. Right? It is forces mlt raised to minus 2. Time is t. So minus 2 plus 1. Minus 2 plus 1 is nothing but what? Minus 1. Understood? So this is how you write the dimension formula for a given physical quantity. If you understand this clearly, then application and limitations will be easy for you. Otherwise, it will go bouncing. You can see, if you want, you can copy down so that you can understand next concepts little. Just 2 minutes I'll give you, just note down that force and impulse. Okay. So we have one definition, that is dimensional equation. So what do you mean by dimensional equation here? Dimensional equation is nothing but it is the equating. It is equating the given physical quantity with its dimensional formula. Yes, we will see that. What you are asking, no, we will discuss that Pranjali. Okay. So dimensional equation is, but it is equating a physical quantity to its dimensional formula. What I am saying, dimensional equation is equating. What you are equating here, you are equating, that is given physical quantity. For example, given physical quantity is force. Given physical quantity is work. Given physical quantity is energy, that is kinetic energy or potential energy, anything you can consider. So what I am saying, that is dimensional equation is the equating. So you are equating given physical quantity with its dimensional formula. With its dimensional formula is what? So here you have dimensional formula of force, that is m l t raised to minus 2. ml t raised to minus 2. Then work is equal to, what is work is equal to m l raised to 2 t raised to minus 2. If I am not wrong, it is force into displacement. So force into displacement, L square, right? It is. So that is work. Then next, potential energy is equal to. So potential energy is equal to, just now we have seen, it is what you will get. It is m raised to 1, L raised to 2, t raised to minus 2, right? Correct, no? Same only we will get, work and energy. Am I right, students? Potential energy dimensional formula, that is m l raised to 2 t raised to minus 2. So your dimensional equation is nothing but it is equating the, you are equating the given physical quantity with its dimensional formula, with its dimensional formula, that is known as what? Dimensional equation. Very simple definition. Okay, so now let us see applications of dimension analysis. So very important and very interesting concept we have, that is applications. What are the applications of your dimensional formula? So till now we have discussed dimensions. So why we need to study that? What is the application of this dimension analysis? So first application is, by using dimensional analysis, you can find out the unit of, unit means what? The force is measured in terms of Newton, mass is measured in terms of kg, momentum is measured in terms of kg meter per second. इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? यूनिट बोलते हैं. करेक्ट है? इसको हम यूनिट बोलते हैं. By using dimension analysis, you can calculate the unit of a given physical quantity. How we will see? First one, Very simple, I'll take whichever you know, that only we will consider as example. So first example, I'll consider it as force. Force you know very well. So force, what is the dimensional formula? We have it is m l t raised to minus 2. Correct? So this is your dimensional formula for that is force. What I said, you can calculate the unit of a given physical quantity. Unit. So how to calculate that? Let us see. This is equal to, here mass is there. Mass is measured in terms of, you know, already you have studied different system of units. CGS units, FPS units, MKS units and SI system. Correct? So here mass is there. What is the mass unit? Unit of mass is kg. Next, we have L. L is nothing but what? It is distance. Correct? So here it is distance. Distance is measured in terms of what? Meter. Distance is measured in terms of meter. Then see, t raised to minus 2. So what is this t raised to minus 2? That is nothing but time is measured in terms of what? Seconds to the power minus 2. So kg meter per second square is the unit of what? Force. This only we call it as what? Newton. This only we call it as Newton, capital N. Do you want to verify whether it is correct or no? See, we have force is equal to mass into acceleration, which is equal to mass is measured in terms of kg, acceleration is measured in terms of what? Meter per second square. So that only I have written. Correct? So the conclusion is what? By knowing the dimensional formula, you can calculate the unit of a given physical quantity. You can calculate the unit of a given physical quantity. If you want, we will see few more. We will see which one we can take: kinetic energy, potential energy, pressure, anything, any physical quantity. So example 2. Which one we will take, you only tell. You are getting? Suggest some physical quantity. Whichever you have studied from 9th, 10th. बोलो तो कौन सा तो एक बोलो. Strain we will take. Strain is a dimensionless. We will come to that point. Strain, Paranjali, don't worry. Strain, it is a dimensionless quantity. Gravity, it is nothing but acceleration due to gravity. Momentum we will consider. Momentum and kinetic energy. First we will go for momentum. Okay. So momentum is equal to what is the dimensional formula? But you need to calculate the dimension formula, or else directly you can write. So momentum is equal to what is our formula? Momentum P is equal to mass into velocity. Okay. What is the dimension formula here? M L T raised to minus 1. This is your dimension formula for momentum. This is equal to. So this is equal to mass is measured in terms of kg. Length measured in terms of meter. Then T, that is time, is nothing but what? Kg meter per second is the unit of what? Momentum. Here also you can verify. M is what? Kg. Velocity is meter per second. That is the what you can say. That is the unit of momentum here. That is the unit of momentum. Right? So this is how you will write the dimension formula. This is the first application. By using dimension formulas, you can calculate the unit. One more point I want to say here, that is, see, here you have written in terms of SI system, right? You can also write it in terms of CGS system also. Do you remember what is CGS system? CGS system is where mass is measured in terms of grams, length is measured in terms of centimeter, time is measured in terms of seconds. So in terms of CGS system also, you can write the unit of a given physical quantity by using dimensional formula. This is the first application. So if you want, we will consider a few more. That is, we will take pressure and stress. Two more examples we will consider. So second one is pressure. third one. So pressure is equal to, what is the formula? That is force per unit area. Dimensional formula is m L T raised to minus 2 divided by L raised to 2. That is nothing but what? M L raised to minus 1 T raised to minus 2. So here what we will write? We will write it as mass as kg, length as meter, per meter. So here it is L raised to minus 1, that is per meter. Then here we have time per second square. This entire actually we call it as what? Newton. Sorry, that is called as Pascal. Unit of pressure is what? It is Pascal. So this is how you can write. Okay. I hope it is clear to everyone how to write the dimensional formula for pressure. Then similarly, you can consider for different physical quantity. Here, Pranjali, you have mentioned about strain. Strain is a dimensionless quantity. If I start explaining about the strain, then it will be difficult, because again in the ninth topic, that is mechanical properties of solids, there you will study in detail regarding the strain. Okay, some special cases are there that we will discuss at the end. At the end, we will discuss which are the dimensionless quantities, which is having units but no dimensions, which are having dimensions but not unit. So such quantities we will discuss. Those are the special cases we will discuss it at the end. So far you just remember about how to write the dimension formula of a given physical quantity. What is the application? By knowing the dimension formula, you can write the unit of a given physical quantity either in CGS system or in SI system or in any other system also. So this is the first application. Second application. So what is second application here? Second application is by knowing the dimension formulas, you can calculate the dimension formula of a physical constant. For example, you have F is equal to, in the last class I had given you work C. Homework I have given you to calculate the dimensional formula of a physical constant G. So here I'll write the equation as F is equal to G m1 m2 divided by r square. This is what? Gravitational formula, correct? What is your second rule or second application here? By writing the dimension formula of other quantities, you can calculate the dimension formula of a given physical constants. Given physical constants in the sense, simplify this equation for G is equal to. G is equal to, it becomes F r square divided by m1 into m2. So what we say? We say that by knowing the dimension formula of other physical quantity, G is what here? It is a universal constant. G is, it is universal gravitational constant. So constant values dimension formula also you can calculate by using dimension analysis method. You know already what is the dimension formula for this? This is nothing but m L raised to 3 T raised to minus 2. Correct, no? Like this only we have. Correct. So the conclusion is what? We can calculate the dimension formula of a given physical constant. G is a constant here. Always in physics, wherever you remove proportionality sign, you take some constant. So those constant dimension formula also you can derive by applying dimension analysis method. Okay, this is one example. I can take few more examples, but here you don't have in terms of charges and all. But here one more formula we have, K Q1 into Q2 divided by R square. This is Coulomb's law. In second year you will study this is Coulomb's law. Here K is constant. You can calculate the dimensional formula of this constant value also. So this is what? This is regarding the dimension formula and its applications. So this is your second application. First application is what? You can calculate the unit of a given physical quantity. Second application is what? You can calculate the dimension formula of a given physical constants. You can calculate the dimension of a given physical constant. Okay, either it may be g or it may be k, or you will be having few more constant values. So all the constant dimension formula you can calculate by using dimension analysis method. Is it clear everyone? Dimension analysis method. Any doubt? Okay. So one more application we will consider. Actually, we have two more. Three are there actually. Total five we have. So already two are over. Just we will see one more application. Then further we can continue in the next class. So we will see next application. So the next application is to check the correctness of a equation. Fourth one is to check the correctness of a equation. So what do you mean by check the correctness of a equation? For example, you know some formulas like F is equal to ma. Okay, so this F is equal to ma formula, whether force is actually it is equal to product of mass into acceleration or no, that you can verify by using this dimension analysis method. Okay, we have F is equal to ma, we have Einstein's equation m E is equal to mc square, we have formula that is centripetal force is equal to it is mv square divided by r. We have formula like F is equal to that is g m1 divided by r square. Any equations you can consider in physics, any equations you can consider in physics, by that you can understand whether the equation is correct or no. Correct or no in the sense right hand term should be equal to left hand term of the dimension formula. How? I'll explain. You see, here I'll take one example. In this, I'll consider this for third one. What is this equation? F is equal to mv square divided by r. Which expression it is? It is the expression for centripetal force. It is the expression for centripetal force. But what I'll take equation, I'll take it as F is equal to mv square divided by r square. I am taking wrong only, okay, to prove your statement is correct. See, I am taking it as F is equal to mv square divided by r square. But actual formula is what? mv square by r. So here you just apply dimension analysis method. How you are going to apply? Write the dimension formula of force. What is dimension formula? mlt raised to minus 2 is equal to. What is dimension formula of this entire term? M I'll write as it is. Velocity is what? Lt raised to minus 1 to the power 2 divided by r is distance. It is L raised to 2 again, which is equal to. So which is equal to what you will get? M raised to 1, L raised to 2. This is also L raised to 2. L raised to plus 2, L raised to minus 2. This becomes L raised to 0. And here it is T raised to minus 1. Here you have m L raised to T raised to minus 2. Now you see your right hand term and the left hand term. Here m to the power 1 is there, here m to the power 1. Correct. L to the power 1 is there, but here you have L to the power 0. Here next t to the power minus 2, here t to the power minus 2 only. This is right. Therefore, what you can conclude here? Dimensionally, these are not equal. Whatever formula you have written, it is wrong. Understood? Suppose if I take it as the actual formula, what is your actual formula? F is equal to mv square divided by r. Actual formula is this. Now you can apply dimension analysis method. So that is force, mlt raised to minus 2. Then mass is mass, m. Velocity as lt raised to minus 1 to the power 2. Then denominator as L. So if you simplify, you will get this equation as what? L raised to 1, T raised to minus 2. So this is what? Dimensionally correct. So by this, you can prove whether the given equation is right or no. Understood, students? Is it clear? Do you have any doubt?